Hi everyone and welcome. In this video, we will cover that how you can publish your OPC UA data to MQTT broker using JavaScript with row payload support. Okay, so previously we have covered one video. In that video, we have covered unidirectional OPC UA to MQTT publisher using JavaScript with JSON payload support. Now in this video, we are going to cover the same thing, but instead of JSON payload, we are going to publish our OPC UA data to MQTT broker in the row payload format. And if you are interested in this project, then you can click here on the code and you can get this entire project from our Buy Me coffee shop. Okay, so recently I have updated this, so you are going to get the latest update of this project. Now let's see the demo of this project. So before going with the demo, here is my process OPC UA simulation server, and in the object you can see in the simulation folder we have many tags: counter, constant, random, sawtooth, sinusoid, square and triangle. So we are going to use this tag, we are going to use the namespace and the node ID of those tags. We are going to read that data using JavaScript, and we are going to publish that data to MQTT broker, okay, whatever we define in the config file. So let's see the project file. So here is the entire project folder, okay, unidirectional OPC UA to MQTT publisher with the row payload support, and this is built on top of JavaScript. So I'll open the VS Code here, and here you can see in the config.json you have to provide all your OPC UA and MQTT details. Now here is the endpoint URL of your OPC UA server. So if you are using process OPC UA simulation server, then the endpoint URL is available here. Okay, so you just have to copy this and you have to paste it here. Then after, you have to add your tag list here, that constant, counter, random, sawtooth, sinusoid, square and triangle, and according to those tags you have to provide namespace and node ID of those tags. And then if your OPC UA server has the username and password, then you have to provide the username and password here in the OPC UA section. Then after, you have to configure your MQTT broker details, that what's your MQTT broker IP address, what's the port number, what's your master topic, what's the username and password for your MQTT broker, what is the QoS level, TLS is false or true, and CA certificate and the key. So if you have any, then you have to provide it, otherwise leave it as it is to go with the anonymous connection. Okay, so I'm going to leave it as it is to go with the anonymous connection. Now our config file is ready. Now we are ready to run our index.js, which is our main JavaScript file. So first what I'll do is I'll open the terminal in this folder and I will run the command npm install to install the necessary library and the packages. Okay, that's it. And then after we will run the command node index.js, and once you run this command, here you can see connecting to OPC UA server, connected to OPC UA server, creating a session with anonymous authentication, session created, and then after press Ctrl C to quiet this process, and here you can see connected to MQTT broker on the IP address and port number. Now our code is running fine. Now we will open MQTT Explorer software to visualize the data on the MQTT broker and MQTT client. So if you have any client, you can use the same MQTT broker details to visualize those data and to create the graphics. So I'll use the IP address, okay, of my local host, port 1883, because we are working with the Mosquitto MQTT broker, and I'll press on connect. Now here you will see OPC UA underscore data master topic, which we have defined here, okay, and then inside that we will have our tag values: constant, counter, random, sawtooth, sinusoid, square and triangle. If you need a graph, then you can generate the graph from here. So it's a counter, random, sawtooth, sinusoid, square and triangle. Okay, here you can see graph for all of the tag. So this is how you can use JavaScript to collect the data from any of your OPC UA server and to publish it to any MQTT broker. It can be your local Mosquitto broker, or it can be broker running on your local Ethernet network or in the cloud. It's possible. You just have to update this config as per your broker details and as per your OPC UA server. It will work fine. So if you have any question or any doubt in this, then you are feel free to ping me on WhatsApp, Telegram, Instagram, anywhere. And you can also drop a comment on this video. Now let's meet in the future videos, and in the future we are going to cover the OPC UA plus SQL in the JavaScript. So if you want to log your OPC UA data to CSV file, SQLite database, MySQL database, MS SQL database, then we are going to cover those things in the future. The code is ready for those things. Okay, we are just going to create the video and we'll show you the demo. And if you want a code, then you can click here, you can go to our Buy Me Coffee shop and you can get the code. So let's meet in the future videos. Okay, till then, take care, goodbye, and thank you.